Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. This is your boy, the one and only. I like to start off to all the bears, fuck you. And I'm still bullish. Now I know it looks terrible. It does. It really does. It looks so bad. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing, okay? Every bear is out. All of the bears are out. They're just all coming out from the woodworks everywhere. So right now, it doesn't look pretty. It really doesn't look pretty. I've heard all their arguments. Yeah, I've seen all their arguments. RSIs, recession. I've seen everything, okay? And I still think they're wrong. Someone's wrong. Someone's going to be wrong. At the end of the day, someone's going to be wrong. It's either me, I put my neck out, yeah, and I'm going to be wrong, or they're going to be wrong. So right now, Bitcoin's underneath the 50-day moving average. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry knows about this line, by the way. Yeah. When I saw Scotty Pippen, the Scotty Pippen referenced this, I knew it was cooked. I knew we was cooked. I knew, because the last time he made a tweet, it was about Ethereum. It was about Ethereum. Yeah. The last time he tweeted, and he got a lot of traction, was this period here. It was right over here, and Ethereum went down from here to 65%. 65%. Let me try to find it. This was on the 31st of January 2025. So if we head to the 1st of January 2025, right over, we continue to dump. Okay, we went down by 51%. So the floor is still not in for Bitcoin, okay? It has to hold above 102, okay? It has to hold above 102, and then it doesn't look good. It just does not look good, and I'm going to tell you what I've done, yeah? I bought some more Ethereum, and I bought some more Bitcoin. I do not think we are in a bear market. We are closely correlated to 2017. As you can see here, we kept on heading towards the 50-day moving average, okay, on the weekly. So we went down by 40% and again by 40%, 30%, and so on and so forth. I'm on the side where I believe that Bitcoin is doing the same thing as 2017. Both of them were very similar, okay? We had this period during the Trump administration, and currently right now we are in the Trump administration. So I bought some more. I know a lot of folks are talking about the 4-year cycle. I'm indifferent. I don't really care. Every time it heads to this lower area, I'm going to buy. Okay. My invalidation point is if it holds underneath this area for 2 weeks, then it's done. I can see that the whole market is red, everything. But with altcoins, I've told you many times that altcoins will fill the wick. There are these massive wicks that altcoins will have to fill, whether it's in this cycle or in the bear cycle right now. We might just be in a bear cycle. We're going to find out in the next 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. It looks bad. It looks terrible. I get it. Altcoins are bleeding immensely, but I told you time and time again, the altcoins will continue to make new historical lows. They will continue to make new lows until otherwise. Now, this is not going to stay like this forever, but many participants were pissing against the wind. They really were. And we're heading to an area where I think we've completely deleveraged everything. And I think we're going to get to an area of the pre-COVID lows. So once we get to the pre-COVID lows, I think that makes sense in regard to where we bottom for altcoins. Altcoins had a massive dot-com period from 2019 all the way to 2022. Okay, we had a massive dot-com period, and now we've cleansed everything from the system and we've headed back to the COVID lows right over here, ladies and gentlemen. Picture perfect. So I think we are going to fill the wick. We're not there yet regarding altcoins. Ethereum, I've bought some more. Now I'll tell you about Ethereum. That's quite important. Ethereum looks relatively well. Okay, it looks relatively well. Now, this might just be part of the complacency phase or the denial phase. And I've bought even more ETH, ladies and gentlemen. I bought ETH when it was around $150. And right now we are in this wedge. This looks bullish to me. It has the same setup as Tesla, ladies and gentlemen. And I think it's going to close above this area. Matter of fact, it's going to close above the 50-week moving average. Now, Ethereum had its massive capitulation moment right over here. It went down by 66%. All of the weak hands were eliminated right over here. They sold and they didn't come back. Now we've got more strong hands. We got plenty of strong hands. This thing has been going sideways for 5 years, just like Tesla, and it has the same setup as Tesla, exactly the same thing. I'll show you on a better time frame right over here. It consolidated for 5 years, Tesla, and then finally broke out. Now the whole stock market is crashing. Tesla is above its yearly highs. It's consolidated for 5 years. This thing is going to continue to go up higher, just like Tesla consolidated for over 8 years and then finally broke out. Ethereum, same thing applies, ladies and gentlemen. There's only strong hands now left. Who else is buying Ethereum? Who else other than us? Who else is buying Ethereum like this, ladies and gentlemen? So I think Ethereum is heading up to new all-time new highs. I'm not talking about like a little wick where it just wicked for 15 minutes to make all-time new highs. It done the same with Tesla. Tesla done the same thing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it just done the same thing. It went to all-time new highs right over here, wick, massive wick over here, then came back into this area and then finally has made sustained all-time new highs. Same thing applies. Now, I know it's the end of the world over there. The bears are trying to convince us all that it is the end of the world. We got Michael Burry. He's back. Yeah, Michael Burry's back and everyone's scared. Everyone's petrified. They're calling for an AI bubble. They're calling for all of this stuff. Now, I said this many times to everyone. As an investor, okay, Michael Burry is a net negative for our generation. He really is. Like, I do respect him. Michael Burry is a net negative to you as an investor. He really is. If you really just, like, I know some bears don't want to listen to that. I know a lot of bears don't want to really hear that. But he is a net negative, guys. And I can show you the stats. Like, although he is a tremendous investor, I've got a lot of respect and admiration for him. He's the one guy that shorted the world. He shorted the world. I was in school those days, and this man was busy shorting the world. So I have to respect him. And you know what they say, everyone remembers you for your wins. They don't remember you for your losses. If you were a bear during 2008, ladies and gentlemen, you missed a generational run that spanned almost 20 years, ladies and gentlemen. Almost 20 years. We've never, ever seen a bear market since 2008. We have literally been above the 50-day moving average on the monthly since 2011. So it goes to show you we're still in a bull market. Now, the market is highly irrational. Now, I'm going to say the N-word. Narrative follows price. I really don't care what kind of reasons participants want to make up. They're talking about the shutdown. They're talking about the government shutdown and how long it's going to take for the government to shut down. Some people are speculating on it being more than 40 days. Some people are speculating on 46 days and so on and so forth. So far, gamblers are speculating on a 52% chance that it's going to last more than 47 days. This is the longest in history. The longest in history. Bitcoin, regardless of a shutdown, regardless of anything, Bitcoin was going to test this area. It was going to, like we tested this area. Now we're testing this area once again, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of folks are trying to find similarities between the last cycle and this cycle. So they're looking at primarily this right over here, 2019. I kind of agree. We've headed all the way to around 14,000 US dollars. So technically, if you're trying to compare this cycle, then you should at least say that we're heading to 145 or 140,000 US dollars before we peak. So is this the blow off top? Who knows? But on the counter argument regarding bears, I have to agree with them. Every single move was very, very short-lived. Okay, so for example, let me show you this. So every kind of move was slightly smaller and smaller and smaller. So as you can see here, the first one was quite big. Of course, it makes sense because from here to here, we went up by around 98%. And then the next one here, we went up around 45%. And then we had another surge from here to here was around 44%. And then this one was like a measly small little bounce. And every time we're getting lower and lower. And normally when we have topping periods, we normally have something like this. So tops are a gradual process while bottoms are events. This was the FTX bottom. This right here was when Gary Gensler first said that all crypto are securities. So that was a bottom. It's an event. Then we had the tariff scare. That was another bottom. It was an event. And now we have the 4-year cycle. That's another event. Okay. So this is where we at right now. I'm buying it, ladies and gentlemen. I know all the OGs are selling, okay? And I also know that Zcash pumped massively. And normally every time Zcash pumps, that's exit liquidity, ladies and gentlemen. It's a rep, okay? If I overlay Bitcoin with Zcash, every time we've had significant pumps over here, right over here, it's marked the local top and we head downwards, okay? So we have this period right over here, mark the top right over here, and Zcash is going on a parabolic run. You could do this at home yourself. Right over here, we peaked. Again, we have peaked. So basically what normally happens is Bitcoin holders, they don't want to pay their taxes. They have large amounts of wealth and they want some freedom, okay? And then they've bought some privacy coins. I've mentioned privacy coins a long time ago. I was very, very bullish on privacy tokens. There's a few coins I'm very bullish on, but this is not me to show anything, guys. I'm just trying to show you technically every time we have found a local top, Zcash has been a great benefactor of Bitcoin. This could mark the beginning of the bear market, or it could mark a local top. So we're going to find out. Me, I'm not flip-flopping. I'm not one of these guys that's going to flip-flop. No. I'm not going to be one day I'm bullish, one day I'm bearish, one day. No. None of that. When you come on my channel, you know where we're heading. And when we've topped, I will be clear with you and I will tell you we've topped. But I do not think we've topped yet. Let the bears have their fun. Let them have their fun, ladies and gentlemen. Their boy is out. Michael Burry is out. Let them have some fun. Okay? Enjoy, enjoy. Listen, bulls and bears, they make money. Pigs get slaughtered. Okay? If you're a bear, make sure you take some profits, guys. Yeah? Don't get greedy. Take some profits along the way. Yeah? But we'll be back. We'll be back. See you in the next one. Peace.